whether it's Laura or Fred. But I guess either him or Laura heard my live about the KKK when it came up and stuff, and they just wanted you guys to know that they're not supporters of the KKK. She says I say she because it could be she. It could be Fred that's saying, but usually she's the one. He's just not very good at technology at all. I mean, he's mechanically inclined. He even has Laura read the messages to him and stuff sometimes. Like, anyways, they wanted me to tell you guys that they're not supporters of the KKK, and when they say the N-word, that they're referring to sorry pieces of shit. And she said they said they're in all races more white than any other race, which I would agree with that. As far as sorry pieces of shit. Anyways, they're in all races more white than any other race. And then they said, but Rose, that was when Candace and Dawn first moved here. And TBI, by the way, this is what they said. This is what they said. They're still sticking by this whole bone thing. They said TBI did collect some bones, but some was animal bones and some was not. I don't know how Fred knows that, but here, let me take a screenshot of this. Actually, I need to get my link. I'm sending these to myself so I can show you guys here. I'm just like passing on a message, okay? So, but I did want to clear up the whole KKK thing because they don't want to be affiliated with the, hold on. Yeah, that's fine. You're good, RJ. Take your time. I just want to make sure you had it. Okay. So Sunday, I got this message where he or she said, I'm not a supporter of KKK. When I say the N-word, I'm referring to a sorry piece of shit. They're in all races, more white than any other race. But Rose, that was when Candace and Dawn first moved here. So there's something that he's still sticking to. He's still sticking to that he swears that he's met Rose Bly. Guys, there's been crazier things have happened, but that'd be crazy. He still swears he met her. I mean, I don't know. And then he said, and when he meant TBI did collect some bones, but some was animal, some was not. That's what people don't understand. It's like there was a bunch of crushed bones, and yeah, of course Fred is going to be able to tell animal bones, but you guys don't understand, they were crushed up. And yeah, there was some type of animal mandible, like jaw, but there was crushed bones everywhere. And I mean, wouldn't that be the perfect way to kind of get rid of somebody's bones, mix it in with some animal bones? So I just asked, okay, that's good to know about KKK. And I said, how old was Rose then? And I go, can you please let me know if this is Andy Paul? And I said, I laughed because I asked a whole bunch of times. He said, no, I'll try to find out what his real name is. And I said, okay, thank you. Do you know someone named Earl Taylor? They were found dead, face down in a creek next day after Summer went missing, and they were married to, I guess it's pronounced Celeste Maddox, who has been on and off with Ricky Crawford Jr., Marlena. He said, I don't know him at all. So that's just what I wanted to show you guys with that. Is Dee Dee here yet?
Why didn't you ask him, Ziggy? How did he know that? How does he know that some of the bones that he allegedly found, that some are animal and some aren't? Okay, well, if they're not animal, then they would have to be human, right? So we're supposed to believe one of two things: that the TBI that came there to collect the bones or look at the bones, as you said, Ziggy, the bones were crushed, so I don't think they would have been able to look at them and say, oh yeah, definitely some of them are an animal. So they would have had to collect them in order to find out what they were exactly. They would have to collect them, take them back to a forensic anthropologist to get them examined. So they allegedly did that, right? They would have had to. If they're telling Fred Hill, some are animal and some are not. So we're supposed to believe that they gathered up the bones, took them to the forensic anthropologist, and then when they got the results, they get a hold of Fred Hill and tell him, but yet it hasn't been released to anybody else. Really? Come on. I don't know what Fred's deal is. Is he just a pathological liar, or... come on. And I know that he wants people to believe that... Well, I'll play a clip for you. I believe it was from the interview Ziggy did with him in June 2022, where he says TBI treats him as if they are one of... TBI treats him as if he is one of them. And I believe that in this clip that I'm about to play for you, he is speaking on when they were there for the bone incident. So let's take a listen.
Because I'm just really stuck in that story. You go by.
Cars come in and that truck's up here. Well, I'm going down there. Mom's and Dad's there on the hill. Like I'm just one. I can't come in and got that truck, because they followed him right back out. But it bothers me that my mind's blank about that truck. I know it's a dark colored truck, but I can't
Did
say whether it's Chevrolet, Ford, or whatnot. That's what drove me crazy.
Did the law enforcement ask you about that too?
Huh?
Did the law enforcement ask you about that truck, or did you?
I told them everything.
Have they?
I know.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
That's just like Andy said, that work stuff. Well, Ricky Runton at the time, he was in here. He's on camera. The law knows he was in here.
The law does know that he was in here?
Yeah, he was on camera.
The
TBI and stuff.
They told you that? The TBI told you that?
I know, though. Well, just like when the bone deal came up.
Uh-huh.
They act like I'm just one of them. They just don't try to disclose nothing. The cop that was there, he was the first one on scene down there. And the TBI man was asking him questions about where Candace was, where Dawn was. Just right there in front of me, just like it was like I just wanted them. I mean,
Well,
like, okay. I finally just left, you know, from down there. I mean,
they were asking Dawn in front of you, or wait?
they was asking, the TBI man was asking the cops questions. And, I mean, just, you know, what can it, because two of them was the cops that was down there at night, down here at the Bones that night, was the first two ones seen when someone went missing. And they was wanting, he was questioning them, kind of just trying to find out what was Dawn there, where was Candace, was they upset, was it?
So they were talking about Summer,
yeah,
even when they were down here about the.
Yeah,
about the.
I mean, me standing there, just like,
That's weird. So even when they even just for that would have been in January. So even during that time, that day it was the night I was here and that all happened, and they were talking about the Summer case.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
They sent TBI and Hawkins over there.
Yeah. Well, see, there's a TBI at Hawkins County.
Oh, okay.
Inside the jail. I mean, he got his own office. TBI.
Yeah, they it must have never been anything because they didn't. I mean,
There's a lot of stuff. They're just not telling a lot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff will come out here pretty soon, I'm sure.
So I wonder.
And I try to watch what I really reveal with those.
Well, if there's anything you wouldn't want me to say, I would not release it. I mean, I would I would. There was.
I mean, I was asked by the TBI and stuff not to reveal certain things, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. Well.
Because, I mean, I pay attention a lot more than people think. I ain't just the old dopehead that slinging dope not paying no attention.
No, I could tell you have a really good memory. You know how I know? It's because you're telling me. That's how I can tell if somebody's honest, and I can tell if you because you repeat stories the same as like the last time.
If you don't lie, you ain't got no